I'm about to say now is actually from the place of love. But Apostle Johnson Suleiman, he is the biggest problem to his own self.
Can it really be true what this young man is saying? Is this verifiable? How can Apostle Johnson Suleiman be his problem? Well, let's listen.
You see, Apostle Johnson Suleiman is actually the cause of everything that Pastor Azena did to him. Now, before you even conclude, before you put down any comments in this comment section, kindly listen, because I'm going to be making a lot of examples and I'm going to be saying a lot of things for the sake of some persons that don't know. I love Apostle a lot, okay? And what I'm about to say now is actually from the place of love, but he is the biggest problem to his own self. And I'm going to prove it to you in this particular video, because another one is still going to happen. Not only Pastor Azena, no, other will also break out. Other people will also do the same thing to him. It's going to become a pattern very soon. Mark to this date. Now, let's first of all, for context sake, for many of us that don't know, Pastor Azena is actually the son of the oracle to Apostle Johnson Suleiman for a very long time. For a very long time, I think 80 years now. He completed 80 years this year, 2026. Now, he is the son of the oracle. That is what they call him, aka the son of the oracle. And just in this January 2026, he broke out of the church. Meanwhile, he lied to Apostle John Suleiman that he is going to resign from pastoral work because of his health condition, only for him to go and start up a church. All right, but now that is just a backstory. But now, let me first of all play some clip for you, and then I will now begin to explain one after the other. This is not even for views. This is not even for cloud chasing. This is just me trying to pour out my mind, because I've heard this thing for a very long time, but we need to talk about it today. Now, first of all, I'm very sure many of you have seen this particular video where Pastor Azena was preaching at the headquarter church, which is Omega Fire Ministry, Auchi, and he said this statement.
The grace upon our Father in the Lord. I've been to 66 nations. And nobody has stepped out before. Why? I remember the statement she made. He said, the person who gives you this power, take me, hold her tight. When I hear people say, Pastor Zeme won't break out, I say, where will they go? We die here, we go nowhere. It's not ministry that brought me. If it's ministry that brought me, the problem some of us have, you don't know what brought you. It's not ministry. I told my wife, if I tell you I'm leaving Omega, just know that our marriage is over, because I will beat you. Because the reason why I'm not beating you now is not because the muscles are not there. It's because there's somebody you will tell. Am I talking to somebody here?
So I'm very sure many of you have watched that video countless times. Many bloggers posted that particular video where he made that statement that the day he's going to leave Apostle Suleiman, the day he's going to break out of the church, or leave him, or start up his own ministry, whatever, that is the day that he's going to break up with his wife, or he will start beating his wife. We die here, we are not going anywhere. Stuff like that. I'm very sure many of you have seen that video. Now, why did I make mention of the fact that Apostle John Suleiman is his own biggest problem? I'm going to come to that in a very short while. All right. Now, I used to attend Omega Fire Ministry all night a lot. I don't attend Sunday services because, of course, I have a church, my own church that I need to be. But it's all night. I always make sure that I attend most times. Now, I stop attending is all night for one reason, and I'm going to make it very, very plain here. And that is the beginning of the problem. And why did I say Apostle is one of his own problem? Is because I think that Apostle John Suleiman should have been able, or by now, he should have been able to talk to his pastors. Whenever they are to come out and preach, whenever they are given the pulpit, you are not giving the pulpit to preach your pastor. That is eye service. You are not giving the pulpit to preach your pastor. That is eye service. And Apostle John Suleiman is so wise enough, he should have known this by now. And I think that he should have noticed this by now, and he should have been able to stop them from doing that by now. Now, I used to love, I used to go to Aochi a lot for the all night and all. Why did I stop going? Anytime I'm in that church, whenever his pastors are supposed to come out and preach. Maybe he will give 2 pastors, 3 pastors the pulpit to preach on that day, which I understand, because he's trying to groom them. He's trying to also train them, okay? That is very nice. That is very nice. Many pastors don't actually do that. So I applaud the apostle for that. But this is it. Anytime they come out, I understand the place of appreciating your father in the Lord. I understand the place of saying, oh, thank you for giving me this privilege. Thank you for making me to, for giving me the opportunity to actually preach on your pulpit. That is okay. Then you go ahead and preach the word that you were asked to come and preach. You go ahead and preach the word you were asked to come and preach. Even if you have to make references to your pastor, to be just once in a while in the message. But what does this pastor do? His pastors, anytime they have the opportunity to preach, will use more than 1 hour of their message that they have to preach. If it is 30 minutes that they have to preach, they will use 25 minutes to preach about Apostle Johnson Suleman, hyping him, praising him. If it is 1 hour they have to preach, then we use 50 minutes to praise Apostle Johnson Suleman. It is very, very wrong, because this thing is eye service, and it also shows that most of these people are doing it for what they can gain. Once they get the platform, they are going to leave. Now, just yesterday, which is on the 29th, right? On the 29th of January 2026, which is the last Friday, I decided to come online and also follow the all night, since I was unable to go to Auchi physically. Now, immediately I came online and I went into the live video. I saw one of his pastor preaching already. Now, this is the part that I actually met him preaching about. Now, watch this particular video.
Father has guided us. And Papa said one thing some weeks ago that struck my heart. He said, the way I've raised men, I've not seen men that can raise. Even people that left me cannot raise themselves. You can't duplicate yourself. Every Omega pastor is a general overseer. The only thing Papa have there is soundboard. Now you the choppers, tell yourself the truth. How many do you give to Papa? Does he even need? I'm not saying that he does not need. He needs. But as you are stepping into that office, you are dropping it. I took somebody to Papa for Papa to pray for him. The man brought money, sir. After Papa finished praying, the man dropped the money on the table. And Papa touched the money and said, you need it more than me. The man almost died on that table. The man was looking at him. Me that brought him, I was shocked. I have not seen that dimension before. That you now bring money to me. 10 million to reject money. There is no currency that is lowest now in this world. Before we used to have Ghana, Ghana cedis. Ghana is seniors now. Give me Nigeria currency. Any amount. As I finish praying, man of God, leave the rest. And the man took the money back, and the man kept on calling me. Is this how? Is Papa this simple? Small thing that God has given you, you are just like this. And people that, if you look for humility, come to our Father. No wonder the anointing is working. Sir, there are things we cannot try. We Omega pastors, some of us, there are things we cannot try. But Papa, there are things report about. There are people Papa ought to have died for this ministry. Long time ago. So that I'm asking, is this my human being? This one now is a condemned brother. He said, God gave me a ministry to restore men.
Now, did you see this particular video? That is the particular place I met the pastor preaching. Now, if you listen very well, I recorded about 3 minutes of this particular message before I had to log out. I didn't watch the complete service again because it was already irritating me. Now, if you watch this particular thing, you will discover that immediately I still met the pastor preaching. He was also speaking about Apostle Johnson Suleman. This was the same thing that Azena was also doing then. That once they step on that altar, they just say things out of proportion. They just say things that they know they can't do. They just say things just to make sure that the man is happy. No, that is not why you are there. You are there to also prove yourself that, okay, you've studied to show yourself approved. You are a workman that needed not to be ashamed and rightly divided the word of truth. You are not there to come and start telling people about how your father helped you, how your father. No, it just shows that you are an eye service pastor, and very soon you are also going to break out. And this is where I said that looking from the point of views of everything that's happening in that church, many other pastors will break out. Many other pastors will break out because they are just looking for platform. They are looking for platform. Once they get it, they will leave. Now, let's come back to Azeme Azena issue, right? That man is okay. Let me calm down. Now, listen, because this matter has been going on for a long time. I have a lot to say concerning it. I just decided to keep quiet, for some reason. Now, Azeme Azena went to go and meet Apostle John Suleiman. I told him that he is sick, and because of his sickness, he wants to resign. That was on the 1st of January 2026, and Apostle released him to go. Not knowing that this man has already, erected a place and reached the place where he would be doing his service. He started by saying that his morning devotion, he was doing it every day, but I already know that was service. And now, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, he has entered into the hall where everything in that hall has been arranged. Chairs were there, everything in that hall. In fact, as a matter of fact, for those of you that have not seen his particular service, these are some of the pictures of his services on the screen. Okay, this is, in fact, 90% of the members you are seeing here followed him from Omega Fire Ministry, Benin 1, Benin 1, what is it called, Aduawa. 80 to 90% of the members you are seeing here actually followed him from that church. So it means that he broke out with the members of the church. Now, that is not even the point. The point is, since that time, Apostle refused to talk about it. In fact, the only time that Apostle made a statement about it, what he said was that he is still a father. And somebody that has opened his mouth to say he is his father, he cannot talk against him. That is all right. And now he has sent another pastor, Pastor Courage. He has sent him to Benin 1. But there is something I saw that actually got me angry this morning, which is one of the main reasons I'm actually doing this video. And what is that? Now, I saw Pastor Azeme Azena doing one of his services, and then he's wearing Apostle John Suleiman clothes. No, I don't understand. Let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. This is somebody that you've lied to. I saw some comments on my post when I posted the particular video where he left. Somebody saying that he wasn't supposed to be there forever. Nobody is saying he should be there forever. It is how you left that matter. You cannot be in a place and you're going to go and lie to your spiritual father that you are sick, and because of that, you want to resign, and then not knowing that you are starting up your own church, no matter what the problem is. That was a very wrong move. And now you've not settled that particular issue. What do you do next? You went ahead, you stood on your own pulpit, and then you start preaching wearing the same t-shirt of that man. That is the highest form of gaslighting I've seen in my life. That is the highest form of gaslighting. What are you trying to say? That you are in good terms? What are you trying to say? Okay, the man is no more angry with you, or you are. What are you trying to prove exactly? What are you trying to prove? So this simply means that he's going to beg Apostle John Suleiman very soon. This simply means that he's going to apologize to him very soon. And if he apologizes to him, I know the apostle will also forgive him. But that is not even the point. The point is, he has to be very careful, because other pastors are also treading on this same road that Pastor Azeme Azena also treaded upon before he finally left the church. Other pastors are doing exactly they are writing the same script. They are acting the same script. They are acting the same script. People that love you in your front, they are your biggest problem. The pastors forum in Auchi should warn the pastors. The head of pastors department should warn the pastors. Anytime they ask you to come and preach the good news, come and preach the word. Let us know how much of the word you've learned. No, don't preach the pastor, don't preach apostle, because it only shows that you people are just there for what you can gain. It only shows that you are just there because you want them to give you more platform. Then once you have that platform, you say that you are sick, and then you want to resign, then you go and start up your own church. Why will this man now wear this particular cloth again? Why will he wear this particular t-shirt and stand on this pulpit preaching? What is he which message is he trying to pass to his members? Funny enough, everybody know that in Auchi, in Omega Fire Ministry, none of the churches in Omega Fire Ministry worldwide, none of them hold any all night every last Friday of the month. Everybody knows that from day one. If you have to hold your all night, it will not be the last Friday of the month. Last Friday of the month, even if you are outside the country, no matter where you are in Nigeria, you have to connect to the live service in Auchi. What did he do? He went ahead and placed his own all night the same day that Apostle is also doing his all night. Now, yesterday was Apostle's all night. Yesterday was also Pastor Azena all night. This is his all night. This is the video. That is his video. That is his all night, the same day that your supposed spiritual father is holding the all night at the headquarters. That is the same day you also feast your own all night. Now you have the guts to now wear the same t-shirt that has his picture, so that you can do what? What are you trying to prove? I don't like talking about pastor like this. This is one of the reasons why I've been quiet, but we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. So you have to share this video to reach as many as you can. Especially all those who make up for your pastors that love doing these things. Because of that, I don't go to their all night again. I only go to the church maybe when they have program that I know the apostle will be the one to preach. I'm coming to hear the word of God. I'm not coming to hear about your pastor. That was how this one to go and stand on the pulpit that time. I said, if I break up, if I leave the church, that means has he divorced his wife? As a matter of fact, this is his wife. This is his wife. Are you seeing her? That's his wife. Happy dancing. You know, what do you think? Let me know your own thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know your own thoughts in the comment section below of this particular video, because these things need to stop. Okay, you're under a ministry. As a matter of fact, there are more videos that will come as regarding this. Okay, I don't need them to put out on mind, on this particular issue this morning, but there are more videos that will come where we are going to highlight a lot of things. People leave church normally. People leave church, but how do you live? How do you live? I also left the church, but how do I live? That is the main issue there. That is the matter here. Now, the place, where his own church is just at the back of where the former church is. The church you are living from, you got a place very close to that same place in Aduawa. That is wrong. The Spirit of God is not an author of confusion. That is wrong. Anyway, I don't blame him. I blame most of the member, because I used to say it a lot that it is fake member that bring about fake pastors. And that is just the truth. That is just the absolute truth. And we need to deal with it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Drop your thoughts and we'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.